Hello, Challenge fans. Talk about what happened on the Challenge Season 41. Veterans, new threats on Week 16. There's 7 teams left now. So everybody's talking. Back at the condo, teams are alliance happen, meetings. Narnia, Justin, Will, Tobo, Sydney, Aviv, Nehemiah, Micaiah, and Cedric are talking. And they realize, okay, we lost 2 of our own last week. That's fine. It's just a minor setback. We still got the numbers. We know we know you're with Olivia. Pretty soon you're gonna have to switch your partner up, stake a claim, switch for somebody. Nani said she's got this feeling, like from previous seasons of the challenge, it goes 18 weeks. Then it's the finale. So pretty soon it's gonna be crunch time. And Will decides, well, okay, maybe I will stick a claim. And you say, you know what? He said, to be honest, I don't want to screw any of you guys over by taking one of your partners. He said, we want Theo and Dia gone, but what about Vanessa and Jake? He said, you know what? Maybe. He said, honestly, I've been watching Vanessa. When it comes to, puzzles of that, she's not good. But man, she's strong. She's fast. And she got some endurance. So I might be picking her and switch Olivia with her partner, which is Jake. So that's the plan they're going with. And then they're talking about the next challenge to make sure none of the UK alliance, which is down to 5 people, win the challenge. And Nehemiah brings up an interesting point. What if they do win the challenge, but instead again to save a team by elimination, it's save a team that can't vote. That could backfire and hurt us. And Narnia said, well, if that's the case, we won't know until the challenge is over. We'll deal with it afterwards. Then the UK Alliance is talking, and Jack tells them that tomorrow is his birthday. So Olivia, Theo, Adia, Vanessa go over to the other side of the condo. The rest of the people are talking at the pool tables, playing pool, and they're like, look, we want no trouble. We're not here to argue, cause trouble. We're just telling you that tomorrow is Jake's birthday. And I was like, really? Like, yeah, so for one day, let's put our differences aside and throw him a surprise birthday party. And they're like, let's do it. And Jake will know nothing about this. Next day at the challenge, they wish Jake a happy birthday. They throw him a surprise birthday party before they head out to do the daily challenge. He loves it. He gets emotional. That he said, "This is my first time on the show. Wow, you guys, I like how everybody's came together. There's no arguments, no beef going on. We're just all having a good time, having some beers, eating some cake." And they said, "We wish we could have got you some gifts, but we couldn't." So they just found stuff throughout the condo and just quickly made homemade wrapping paper up and give them gifts. That was hilarious. Like Narnia gives him a book, Theo gives him a beer. It was hilarious. I loved it. Then they head to the daily challenge, and they get there and they see this massive 18-wheeler, and behind it is a minivan hooked to it, and it's all chained up, chains everywhere on it. And there's a bunch of them. TJ welcomes everybody to the next daily challenge, and it's called Dirty Drifter. How it works is one member of the team gets in the minivan. The other one has to unchain the whole mess of chains. And then the other person will start the minivan. The 18-wheeler is going to go down this dirt track, 25 miles per hour, and you got to drift through these barricades, these walls set around the course. The first team to get through the finish line without flipping the minivan over or hitting a wall wins. If you hit the wall or flip your minivan, you're disqualified. You lose. And the person inside the minivan cannot help the other person unravel the mess of chains. If you do, you're disqualified. So Narnia and Justin go first. And they get their minivan on chain within 6 minutes, 30-something seconds. Narnia flips it right off the get-go. Olivia and Will work, and Olivia's like, great, he's probably going to throw a challenge 4 weeks in a row. But Will shocks her. He untangles that mess of chains within 3 minutes and stuff, and she's totally shocked. And then off camera, she said, maybe he's starting to realize Nanya is just going to news him to the point where she don't have to news him anymore to benefit her to the finale. Then it shows Will off camera, and he says, I'm starting to realize Nanya may just be, sleeping around with me, saying she's going to help me to the finale, and I'm starting to think she's just using me to get, benefit for, me. Blah. What I'm trying to say, the folks are is I got tongue twisted there. He's starting to realize maybe that Narnia is just noosing him for her own benefit, and that to get her to the finale. So that's why he helped Olivia try to win the challenge this week. She gets first through the first checkpoint wall, but then she flips the minivan. Everybody else is the same way. They either hit the wall, the first one, or they flip it. It comes down to Theo and Adia, the last team to try. And Adia is the one outside, pulling on the chains, untangling the mess. Theo's inside, and he's helping her. He's not supposed to be. TJ suddenly says, hey, Theo, hey, get your hands off the chains. Oh, it was stuck. I was just trying to help her get unstuck. And TJ said, if you do it again, I'm going to disqualify you. And yes, that's cheating and seeing elimination. He tells him a dozen times, hands off the chain. And Theo was like pulling on the chain, like trying to make sure like TJ can't see him. They get disqualified. They're going right into elimination. TJ said, your ass is going to elimination for cheating. Adia is ticked off because Theo got caught cheating, and she kept telling him like, don't touch the chains. I got this. And Theo don't want to go in elimination for the fourth time. They've had a week off for going in previous 3 weeks straight. So he liked to have another week to relax, not have to wait for elimination. So, at the end of the daily challenge, TJ says, Theo Diaz going in because they were cheating. And Theo's like, oh, I was cheating, man. I swear I wasn't cheating. I was not touching those chains, man. And TJ said, Theo, I had hidden camera in the minivans. And they show the footage. And everybody's like, shouts. Makia, of course, I can't stand her, the newcomer. She runs around skipping and hopping because she's happy the UK Alliance is going in the elimination game and mouthing off. Olivia tells her, like, hey, either shut up or I'm going to slap the mouth words right out of you and knock you, flat on the ground. And TJ, hey, whoa, no physicality, remember. Olivia said, but tell her to stop bad mouthing every week and prance around like she won the whole thing when she's not even in the finale yet. And all that. And Makia starts mouthing off again. And Olivia's like, I'm telling you, warn him. I'm going to slap you across that face and knock your ass on the ground if you start. Or more. Narnia has to tell Makia, like, hey, okay, your arrogance is starting to affect other people. Honestly, I can't stand it anymore myself. And Tallboy even tells her, like, I'm cocky. I got nothing on you and your attitude. So she doesn't like the fact that people are now basically coming forward saying her cockiness, her arrogance, her attitude, bad mouth from people every week, and basically they're sick and tired of it, right? And pretty soon they're going to send her an elimination, get her gone. So TJ announces that since nobody completed the course, he had to check by who got the first wall the fastest, and it was Olivia and Will. They win, so they're safe from elimination. But they cannot save a team this week from elimination. They have to pick a team that cannot vote. So they pick Nadia and Justin. So that way their alliance is down 2 people that they can't vote someone in. So everybody goes back to the condo, and then they all get dressed and they head out for the night. They go to a bar. Some of them are at the bar table drinking beers. I wasn't playing pool. Some of them are throwing darts. And Narnia comes up to Vanessa and says, just tell you, we were friends for many years, but this whole thing of you, Ashley, over you eavesdropping over everybody's conversations this season, I sided with Ashley because what you do was wrong, because you're trying to get the conversations you overheard, go back and rat us out, and try to benefit from it. That's what broke our friendship up. And I'm just telling you, as a former friend to a former friend, your ass is going elimination this week. We're voting you and Jack in because we can't vote Olivia and Will. So, Olivia and Will, there's nothing they can do, right? Because they said if we choose Sydney and Tobo, and The 6 of us vote for them. That's 3 votes, which would be 6 votes against Tobo and Sydney. Nobody in the United States is going to vote for them because they're part of the alliance. So voting time happens the next day. And sure enough, everybody votes for Vanessa and Jake. Cedric says, well, man, sorry to do it, bud, but you're going in. And Tobo and Sydney vote. And then Aviv starts crying. Balled up because she just voted her best friend Vanessa in the elimination. Vanessa said, I'm not mad at you because it's a game. But she said, can I say something to TJ? And TJ said, sure, you can say whatever you want. She says, Cedric, you're a former, challenge winner. She said, can you do me a favor? Grow a set. And he looked down, like, what the heck you mean? She said, you have purposely come to me in the condo and say, look, I don't like voting against you guys. You have your mouth, it's called freedom of speech, which means you can vote for whoever you want to go on the nomination. You don't have to vote for whoever Narnia tells you. You don't have to vote for whoever Tobo tells you to, or Sydney. And that, of course, upsets the alliance, right? And Cedric said, I can vote for whoever I want, and I'm just happen to vote for the same people that they want. Then off camera, Cedric said, what Vanessa said is true. I wish I could vote for other people, but I don't want to cause trouble in my alliance, because if I start voting against them, I know I'm going to be voting into elimination. And it's getting down to the finale, but he said, I want Tobo gone, and if he ain't going in this week, we got to make sure that he goes in next week. And he tells Makia that, and Makia's like, no, we can beat Tobo in the finale. He's like, no, you can't. That guy's fast, same as Nehemiah. He said, I don't feel comfortable fighting either of them in the finale. So, elimination round. It's Vanessa and Jake versus Theo and Adia. They go in, and it's called Loose Ends. 2 big giant hamster wheels. There's a 300-foot cables wrapped around the hamster wheel, all tangled up. When TJ blows a whistle, you have to get on the hamster wheel and untangle the domestic power cables and drag them to the other end of the arena and plug them into this LED board and light it up. The first team to get the free connectors plugged into the outlet and light up the LED board stays for the week in the challenge, season 41. The losing team is eliminated. Well, Vanessa and Jake's strategy is just to untangle this mess, right? And they're untangling it, but they're straightening the cords out as they go along, so it's not tangled up. They're unraveling for the hamster wheel. Theo and Adia are just unraveling the whole thing, and they get the whole thing unraveled, and it's just a big old, big old pyramid of messed up cables. Theo, after 20-some minutes, is exhausted of yanking and pulling these massive power cords. And Adia is like, hey, don't give up, right? You're the reason why we're in here because you cheated. Suck it up, deal with it. And she tries to tell him, like, look, feed that food here, pull it out this end. He's not listening. And he's making it worse. At this point, Vanessa and Jake have got one power line hooked up. And it's untangling the other 2. Adia just gets frustrated. She goes to leave. She just goes to sit down. Olivia yells at her boyfriend Theo, tells him she's got a game plan. Listen to her. So Theo lets Adia do it, and Adia wins it for them. She untangles the massive power lines. She hooks up the free outlets, lights up the LED board before Vanessa and Jake does. They stay in it. There's 4 times now they've gone to elimination, folks. They've taken out CT. They've taken out Derek. They've taken out Leroy. Now they've taken out the pro Vanessa and the newcomer Jake. Afterwards, everybody's celebrating. They wish Vanessa and Jake good luck. TJ's hope I'll see you next season. The season after that, they walk away, leave the arena through the big old wooden gate doors. And then TJ makes 2 announcements. He says, as you can see, there's 6 teams left. My finale is coming up very soon. Maybe I like to have 5 teams in the finale, or 4 teams in the finale. Or maybe I might just have a good old elimination week and only 3 teams make it to the finale. I'll let you know what I decide next week if it's time for the finale the week after that. And then he goes leave, then he stops. Oh yeah, and one other thing. I've noticed some of you, I'm not saying who, have been coasting along this whole season. I'm just telling you, winning is important. Coasting along, trying to make it to the finale ain't gonna work for you. And then he walks away. So everybody's wondering, what does he mean by that? And I like that announcement because Tobo and Sydney, Makia, Nanya, and Justin, they've been coasting along. They don't even try to win challenges. They win if they're lucky. They just coast along thinking that by getting people to vote with them, vote gets other people, send them home, or elimination, that they can just get out of the spot quicker into the finale. Maybe what TJ is saying is that one of these weeks coming up, you're going to have to man up and fight for a spot in the finale is what I think he means. Like, you're not going to coast your way to the finale is what he said. So I think he means, like, you're going to have to go head-to-head against a team and earn your spot in the finale. If that's the case, that's going to be epic. That means it's going to be the 6 teams, and it's going to be team versus team, 3 teams versus 3 teams, and the winning teams go to the finale. That's what I think he's got planned. If that's the case, that's going to be awesome. We got 12 players left, folks, out of the 34 that started. 6 teams left. It's getting close to the finale. Next week, it shows the elimination round. It shows, or the daily challenge is hard to tell. It just because it only shows 4 teams running around. And they get into a bathroom at like a replica of like a bathroom stall inside of an airplane. So kind of curious what the heck they're doing. And then it shows them going through this tunnel underground in the pitch black and the pitch dark, and they have to make the way from the start to the finish. And Aviv is freaking out because last season she did a similar challenge where she went like 10 feet underground in like abandoned bunkers, and she took the wrong path and ended up breaking through a barricade and ended up coming, I don't know where at she ended up, but she lost because she went off course. So she's like, oh great, not one of these again. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet, bye.